Parents of MSU shooting victims are looking for answers tonight after last month's deadly attack on campus.
In a Detroit News article, one family says they waited hours to learn that their child had died.
Taylor Morris spoke with school officials and the medical examiner about the process of notifying families. She's here for you now with the story.
The first shots were fired at 8:15 that night. 3 students lost their lives. Families were notified of their deaths more than 6 hours later. The Detroit News reports that parents of the victims were sent to pick up their kids at the MSU pavilion. As those 6 hours passed, the victims' families were the only ones left waiting. It wasn't until 3 a.m. that parents learned their kids weren't coming home.
So we're deeply sorry for what our Spartan families experienced that night.
MSU spokesperson Dan Olsen says the crime lab and medical examiner didn't enter the classroom until 12:20 a.m. after the shooter was found dead.
The officers that were on scene, as well as FBI as well as medical examiner, began processing that scene and identifying the victims. We became aware of those names at around 1:30 in the morning and then worked to start to make those identifications.
6 News reached out to the Ingham County medical examiner to learn more about that night. She said, quote, "During the Michigan State University shooting, our team couldn't begin our investigation until the scene was cleared of any ongoing threat. Once we were able to begin our investigation, we followed our procedures to properly identify the 3 victims, ensuring that notifications to the correct families occurred as soon as possible." The parent whose child was killed told the Detroit News that the delay that night was, quote, "pathetic," and that more could have been done.
The recommendations that we have received are being thoughtfully evaluated by university leadership.
In East Lansing, Taylor Morris, 6 News.
And we reached out to MSU Police and Public Safety for comment, but we're told no one was available to talk.